On today's video, I am going to be testing out some microphones. These are the DJI Mic Minis, and I also got a new car. This is a Subaru Solterra lease. It's the premium trim, and I wanted to go through what I've liked about it. I've had it for about a week now, and I want to go over what I think and the pros and cons of it. So I'm also going to switch to this other camera. So I'm going to turn my hat around, and I've got an Insta360 that I've done some videos with. And so that camera is actually going to go on my hat so that we can do some POV shots. To start on this video, I kind of want to go over some basic specs. So this is a 72.8 kilowatt hour battery. It is all-wheel drive. One thing it has very close to is one-pedal driving. So it doesn't do full one-pedal driving, but it slows you down pretty close to it. You can get an accessory hitch. It is not a trailer hitch, and that goes on the back side. I mean, obviously where a trailer hitch would go, but it is a 1 1/4 inch instead of a 2 inch. The weight limit is 100 pounds. So my guess is the reason that's a 1 1/4 is because they want to make sure you don't try to pull something that would be a 2 inch hitch. Another thing, I'll get some interior shots here in a minute. There is no glove box. I don't know if you've seen that or not on other videos, but there is no glove box. There is some center storage in the bottom. On the premium trim, which is what I have, there is no home link. So those are the buttons up on top by the rearview mirror that you can press, and you can open your gates or your garages, that kind of thing. This does not come with that. This does have 8.3 inches of ground clearance, so it's 21 centimeters of ground clearance on the side. I think the normal Subaru height ground clearance is 8.7, so it's pretty close. Another thing that's really nice is on the windshield wipers, it has a windshield wiper de-icer, and what I'm going to point here, so these little lines, they go through along here. Those are like what you'd have on your rear window, and they're a de-icer for the wipers when it gets really icy. So you don't have to wait for the windshield to thaw. Those can automatically, well, not automatically, but they'll kick on with a button on the dash we'll go through in a second. All right, so since it is super windy, I'm gonna hop to inside the car and then we'll do some shots from there. All right. This is a little reprieve from the wind outside. I am gonna do kind of a walk around or a point around, I guess, of the dash. So here's the steering wheel, and you have your, from kind of around the edges, your lane keep assist, your adaptive cruise control on and off, your speed for the adaptive cruise control, and then your distance for the adaptive cruise control. And then if you don't want to turn it off, but you do want to pause it while you're driving because you want to take back over, you can hit cancel. On this side, you've got your phone and menu button, which I'll go over in a second. You have your voice commands, which I don't use. I just do the Siri stuff. So since it says CarPlay, this is your volume up and down, and you're kind of select to go through stuff with an OK button. This right here is your facial recognition, so it's designed to detect who is in the car or who's driving. Then you have your dash that's up here, and I'll turn that on so you can kind of see what that looks like as it boots up. And I'm going to turn the air off. And then over here we have this centerpiece, and this is not wireless charging, the premium trim. So in the other trims, it is wireless charging. This one is not. So I went on Amazon. I'm actually going to do a separate video on this, but this cable I had to find because this is the only one that would fit with my phone. Then you have the gear changer, which is a knob that pushes and turns. You have your parking brake, your hold. So if you're going to be at a stoplight or stop and go traffic, you can press this button and it'll put the brakes on but without going in park. And then you press the gas just a little bit and it'll start to go. This button is your, I think they call it S pedal driving. So it's not one pedal, but it's pretty close. Over here is your X mode, so like the other Subarus that are out there, here's the X mode button. Drive modes, this goes between Eco, normal, and Sport. And just do that, you can see it change here. So this is normal because there's nothing there. Power, not Sport, sorry, Power. And then Eco. And I've just been driving an Eco for the last week, and it is everything I need. This is your set to go up and down for X mode, and then your traction control on and off. So here's your center display, it's a smaller screen. The trims up from this one actually have a larger screen, so they'll go all the way up. And then on here you have the temperature controls. So you've got auto heated seats, so they'll come on and off as the car comes on, and that'll help save you your air conditioning, so the seat itself will warm up. Then you've got Eco, which is what I've been leaving it on. It's not summer yet in Texas, but so far it's been doing well, so I don't know if I'll change that. And then Auto, I've been leaving on Eco and Auto. And then these are your controls for the temp. I have it synced, so it's just the same for up and down for this one. And then it keeps control of this. The de-icer that I mentioned a minute ago is this little icon right here. And then your front defroster, this is for your rear glass and your mirrors. And then your power button. Over here, this is your brightness for the cluster, for the instruments inside. And this is your trip. And then over here, for the premium, there's just one button. And over here, it's your automatic headlights, and then your your hood release is right here. And then in the center are two cup holders and a little spot there, and then you have a little console here, and then this can come out and have space down there. And then under here, let me move the camera. So under here is the center console. And so you've got USB-Cs, and you have a 12 volt, and it's got a little carpeting down there. One thing that I like is this carpet that's here. I don't know if it is, but it seems like sound deadening. It seems like it would do really well at that. But it also helps reduce the glare while you're driving. Another thing I wanted to go over is the rear seat. So this is where I sit, and I am 5'10", and I've got a ton of legroom right here. And my headspace is like that much, so it's quite a bit. It is a very comfortable back seat. It's got, the premium has a USB-C for each person in the back seat, climate control vent, center armrest, and then this center armrest, each person could put their phone here. There's no charging, but it's really nice to have your phone there, and you can just have it propped up. And then again, just the regular armrest. It's simple. There's cup holders here on both sides. There's cup holders here. There is a nice pocket in the back. Premium has the cloth roof, no glass roof. LED for the interior lights all the way around, and adjustable headrests in the back, even for the middle. All right, this is the rear cargo area. As you can see, it is big. One downside compared to other electric cars is there's not a lot of under seats under cargo storage. I'll show that in just a second. But this is it. So there are some little tie downs that are here. They're 4 kilogram max, so you're looking at like 8 pounds. So they're not gonna be anything huge. However, that's there. There is a spot for a cover. I just didn't get one in this vehicle. There's an LED light here that's underneath that'll light the side. And then you can see you can sit here and have a ton of space. It's just a really comfortable car. These lay flat, and so you can see you can scoot back. It's got lots of room, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a very basic car. I'm kind of counting this as just like a very good commuter utilitarian vehicle. It's got some ground clearance, it's got some storage. Let me show the under seat storage. In the rear, there is a small cargo area. There is no spare tire. So this area, I can reach my whole hand in. And this is the charging cable, so I've got that in there. And that's pretty much it. Like, you give it something else if you wanted to. This side over here is the tire repair kit, the inflator. So that sits there. And then it just kind of pops back in, and then this goes down. There are some things that I wish this had. I had originally planned to get the limited trim, but this one is the premium, like I mentioned before. Because of the way the tariffs kind of worked out, this is tariff time depending on when this video comes out. The stock was very limited, and I have been in the market for the last few months for a car, and I wanted the Subaru Solterra. So it all just kind of worked out that way. Some things that this doesn't have that I was looking for in the limited trim, but it's not it's not a deal breaker, obviously. Here's the car. There are no fog lights. So that's one thing that comes on the limited and up. There is no power rear gate. This is manual. And one thing that I've had on my previous Outbacks that was a big benefit with the power gate, which is just helpful, when you're getting ready to walk away, you can just hit the button and it'll close and then lock the car. And that's been really helpful. This is the charge door that I probably didn't go over, but it's the J1772 plug. And I was hoping that the 25 model year would have the Tesla charger, to be able to work with superchargers. And that's obviously not the case. It's not a big deal, but that was something I was kind of waiting and hoping for. Another thing is there's no wireless charging, like I mentioned, that center console. And my phone barely fits, and I don't have a Max. I have a normal iPhone. It's a 13. And my wife has the Max, and hers cannot fit in there with that right angle charger that I got, the cable. And that's difficult because it's not difficult, but it's just one more thing where if it was a wireless charger that's just in all of it, it would just be a little easier. What I am noticing though is that I really like having this car. I knew that I would really enjoy having an electric car, and mainly for the reason of not having to go to a gas station. And additionally, the week before I signed the lease on this, my wife had to get a new transmission in her Subaru. And there's no transmission in this to need to be replaced. So that's a big perk in itself. The car is a good car. It's Subaru. This is our 5th one. I really like the company. I like the Sewell is who we use here in Dallas for all of them so far. And they're just a great company. Everything's easy. It's MSRP. It's just a really good brand and car. And it made it easy because there's only the one. When I wanted to switch from the gas-powered or Outbacks that we've had a few of, and now I wanted to switch to an electric car. And so this is it. This is our first electric car. And like I've said in other videos before, I'm willing to try this out, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And but I'm wanting to give it a shot. I want to see if this is something that we can do. I'm using a 110 charger, a 110 outlet for our chargers. I haven't tossed out the idea of getting a 220, but that's just more money to spend right now, and if I don't need to, I don't want to. And it's been working. So yesterday, the battery was, when I put it on the charger at around 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock maybe, the car was at, I believe, 73%. I left it on, again, the 110 charger, and this morning it was at 90%. So, you know, it's not going to be like this obviously is not going to be a quick charge for a quick turnaround, but the whole benefit of having an EV is that when you're not using it, it's just plugged in. And I'm already seeing the benefits of that. Another big benefit with this is the Subaru Solterra Connect app. It gives you information all over the car. It sends me a message to my watch when the doors are still unlocked, when the cargo back was open for a couple minutes longer. It's just really helpful. One thing that this does not do, that I was hoping that the Solterra Connect app would do, I didn't realize it was trim dependent. And that is the digital key. So like a Tesla, you can use your phone as the key for your car. And I was expecting it to do that, and I didn't realize that it wouldn't. I really thought it would. So, but you know, it's again, it's not a downer. There's just a standard key that it uses, and it's a great car. I'm wanting to see how this road trip goes this weekend. We're going to go about 95 miles away, and it's starting to get pretty warm, so you know, the AC will be going and the battery cooler will be going. As far as range goes, at 90% this morning, I had 221 miles of range, and the miles per kilowatt hour, I'm up to 3.5. So that's new to me. I talked to a friend that he has multiple electric cars, and he's really the numbers on that stuff. And he was saying that's about in the middle, that the Tesla's more Lucid Air obviously is like through the roof on efficiency. And then the F-150 Lightning is like in the upper ones, I think. So efficiency wise, it's been fine. And it's just been really peaceful. It's just been a good car to have. Now, the comments of how is this going to work from a preparedness standpoint, I have a standby generator that's in the country. My parents have a standby generator, and we have a portable generator at the place we rent here in Dallas. And yes, that's, you know, propane or natural gas or gasoline for all three, depending on how you want to do it. So I have some redundancy, and in the circumstances where the gas stations have not worked, which has happened before a few times at this point in the last several years, we can still charge this car and get around. And so that's a nice convenience, peace of mind feature. And that's it. This is the 2025 Subaru Solterra Premium. And thank you for watching this first video in a long time, and I hope these microphones worked well in this wind. Have a great day.